are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, feel no winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the road, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the game. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Don't even know where to start from. I have no idea. No idea where to start this. And this, even my intro and everything is stuck within me. Chelsea lost another big game. And the question mark is all about how Robert Sanchez keep committing the same error after error. Enzo Maresca, sporting directors, who is at fault? If you're a Chelsea fan, I really feel your pain. If you're a Chelsea fan, I know what you're going through, because I feel the same pain too. Dream start at the Etihad. Madueke with the early goal, then Cole Palmer and Jackson somehow mixing up a 2v1. That really hurts. But City fought really hard to come back. Player like Marmoush was on top of his game on his debut. He was on fire. Just Gvardiol scoring goal, giving a goal for City. Haaland was on the score sheet again with an equalizer before halftime. We're live, guys. We are live. We're going to go through all these nitty-gritty of what is going on with Chelsea. Enzo Maresca cannot beat top teams. And Chelsea haven't beat top teams for quite a long time. Not just this game. Let's get it going. Wherever you're watching us from, don't forget to live on two platforms at the same time, X and YouTube. So keep your comments coming. My name is Nick Zion, and I'll take you guys through an hour and a half of intriguing live streaming on BlueClouds Media channel. Liverpool are cruising on top of the Premier League table, playing good football, scoring goals. The wingers are very, very effective. Strikers are scoring goals. What is wrong with Chelsea's signings? Who is to be blamed? Sporting directors? or is it Enzo Maresca? Who is to be blamed? Lots of questions need to be asked, and we need answers. Also, we can look at other decisions also in the Premier League, other games that took place earlier before Chelsea's game. So keep your comments coming. I'll see you guys in a short break. Welcome back, fans. I have Mr. Ryan is here with me, Liverpool fan. We're gonna go through. He watched the game. We were chatting back and front and see what did Chelsea really do wrong at Etihad. Chelsea have Manchester City's numbers, but what went wrong in the second half? The players were all down. The heads were down. There was no improvement from the first half to what we saw in the second half. Mr. Ryan, welcome back to the show. And how is the day going, sir?
Thank you, Nee. So as you said, I watched all of the game, and Chelsea just got off to the best possible start. Man City were fielding Husanov, a young Uzbekistan defender, and he looked extremely nervous, made a very, very bad mistake, and brilliant start for Chelsea. 1-0 up after a few minutes. I think everyone was expecting then Chelsea to dominate, push for the second goal. They had a great opportunity with Palmer through on goal, and he decided to try to pass through to Jackson, but he got the pass wrong. And from that moment on, you just felt the game changed. And then Man City started to get more control, and they got their equaliser. But we have to talk about that second half. It was unacceptable from a Chelsea perspective. And I don't know who the blame lies with. Is it Maresca for not saying the right things at halftime? But the execution, the intensity just wasn't there from Chelsea in the second half. It was very slow tempo. And, Man City were not at their best level. Far from it. They had Gundogan and Kovacic in the midfield who were struggling to really get control. But ultimately, it was just mistakes from Sanchez and the defense that gifted Man City goals and the lead. And it was a really, really disappointing second half from Chelsea. It's inexplicable, in my opinion, just how they could have such low energy and drive. And the game is 1-1. It's in the balance. You have to really take control and create opportunities and attack. And even the press, they were just half pressing. They weren't winning the duels. It was really, really second half performance. And I don't feel Man City even had to get out of the first gear to get the goals and get the win.
I mean, if I was watching the game, I was like, this is a game for Chelsea. It's all open. Chelsea were doing the right thing in the first half, and all of a sudden, but I expect Chelsea to play football. And then I feel like the attack, the way we attack, it's kind of regressing from what we used to do beginning of the season. The wingers are not contributing much goals. And I said from the beginning that Sancho is not needed in this game. He slows the games down, but his hold-up play is good. You need players like Neto. But what did Neto even provide when he came on? Nothing. Palmer 1v1. Palmer on a good day, most of the time, he would not pass that ball to anyone. He finished it. Why did he think of passing to Jackson? And it wasn't Jackson's fault. The pass was a bit awful. It was too heavy for Jackson to control. For him even to trying to hit, kick that ball into the back of the net. He has to bring the ball back and see if he can find somebody else to finish it. And Chelsea mess up with that chance as well. So I don't know where Chelsea go from here. Very, very difficult situation.
Yeah.
Let Ryan. Thank you very much.
Just very quickly, I agree with everything you said. I feel in the first half, Palmer was very influential. He's causing a lot of problems in those pockets as a number 10. The second half, it was very slow from Chelsea. The back four and Enzo and Caicedo, there was a lot of sideways and passing in Chelsea's half of the pitch. But they weren't getting the ball enough to Palmer. to cause damage and create attacks. I will give a shout out and praise to Reece James, Cucurella for the most part, and Madueke. I think those three, showed a good level. I thought Madueke really was winning a lot of duels against Gvardiol, which is not easy to do. Gvardiol is one of the best fullbacks in the league. But again, the end product from Madueke just wasn't there. And it's just overall disappointing second half performance, disjointed. And just the tempo, the intensity.
Thank you very much. Let's go to JC. Big up to you, JC. And JC asks of how my day is going, bro. This team have destroyed my day. Expectations was very high. I wasn't expecting the Chelsea win. I was expecting at least a draw from the Etihad. But you're a tactician yourself. You've been watching the game. You see the game from a different angle from what I see it. So can you take us through a rundown of what you saw the whole of 90 minutes?
Hi. Hello everyone. Hi.
Hello, Jason.
Nick, can you hear me? I'm on a mic today again, so I hope
Yeah, it was a little background noise, but it's all right. There was someone I don't know if the papers or bags or a door was just open or something like that. But go ahead.
The disturbance is there.
No, it's okay now. Go ahead.
Okay. I think Mariska came with a plan which was not really tested, and it was less of a strategy, more of a trick, and it nearly worked for 15-20 minutes, but after that, the experience, either he's less experienced or he was still believing it will work, but it took him a little bit time to adjust, because the game was already drifting after 20 minutes, because City already had adjusted to our high line. And if we had got the second goal within that first 20 minutes, it might have been a different game. And then we would come out and say, yeah, Maresca, the master trickery man. I mean, another style of play, edge ball or something like that. And he made us nearly play like that. I mean, high line and pressing and getting the result and all that. But nearly, man, it was nearly. And after that, okay, in the second half, I saw he changed. We were not just make a wall at the half line and you don't go back at all. No, he made it more pragmatic. Okay, you choose your moments. Yeah, don't blindly stand up front. So there was that little difference, but still, I mean, it's a totally new tactic he came up with, and okay, this team, we are a young team, and if you change tactics every game, there's a lack of experience, and they will make errors. I mean, with a high line, you expect goalkeeper to be coming out and clearing all the balls which are being lobbed over the top. And for example, Sanchez did that a few times. But one time, the mix-up happened between him and the defender. So the defender was stuck on with the forward, and it was who is going eventually after him? So Sanchez realized...
about the one goal from Erling Haaland.
Yeah, the first one, and okay,
I have that on my screen.
So let me
go ahead.
No, hang on. Let me speak, and then we can have your opinion. No problem. Yeah. My opinion is this is a new system where, you see Ange doing this a lot of times, and you see their goalkeeper coming out and sweeping and kicking and all that. And Sanchez has done a couple of times, a couple of games we have done that. Even yesterday's game, he's done a few times. But that was a mix-up. And you can blame mix-up on both of them. Sanchez, he went for it because there is hardly any time. If you are late, then you end up looking stupid. And if you have a center back, that's even more complicating thing. So it was an error. Yeah. There was an error, but we don't play every day like that. So I really do not know what was the need to do all this, and I really do not think we really needed to be into so much trickery like in the tactics, son. Because if I look on the paper, our midfield is more physical, more young, more fresh, better than the aging midfield of City. When you are playing a high line, you are compressing the middle of the pitch. You are reducing the spaces between players. You are reducing the effectiveness of our midfield, our biggest strength. Why are you doing that? Okay, I understand like the trickery worked in the first 20 minutes, but then we are struggling now, so change it, man. And in second half he did change it, but like not like entirely. We still were going up and all, and both nearly all the goals came because of the highline.
Right.
And it really was not needed. We can boss City with our midfield. And then the second thing is people say he doesn't make substitutions. Substitutions. I think he made a bad substitution today. Jackson had an assist. Jackson didn't finish the goals, but Jackson was playing well. He was not letting those lob balls come back because of the press or because of the havoc he persistently creates. Even if he's not finishing, he is very active in that sense. Yeah, but he is also running sprints, like 100-meter dashes every like 2 minutes. So he will get tired. But then, like, send in Gyu, man, because this Nkunku, his brain is already in Bayern Munich. He's a useless right now for us. He might be a brilliant player. I think he's a fantastic player, but his mind is not in Chelsea anymore. It was like we were playing with 10 men. And if there is nobody stopping that press, then the lob is coming easily over our high line. And I say like Maresca is I'm cool. I'm cool with the last. No, we are trying different things. This is a season of experiments. I've seen so many different styles of play from Maresca. He's he's learning. He's also like, let's be honest, like he's not so much experienced manager. He's gaining experience. He's building with the team. He's also growing with the team. So if you keep aside emotions, okay, it's a learning curve. It is also, I'm happy to see the different style of plays we play nearly to the level of like above 70%. Now, next season, as we have heard, he's expected to be in top four. He was expected to be in top four next season. And I still think we will still make it top four this season. It's just like we still have time to race on that. And once that pressure comes, I think he will be doing less experimentation and everything like that. But I think that tactically he got masterclass. Okay, City team do not have the legs, but they have what they have is a lot of experience. And if they don't even need Pep for that, if they see the high line, they will adjust themselves. They are not kids that they need to be told like, okay, use that high line and put it. After the break, after having a conversation with Pep, we saw a different way. It was give the ball to Haaland. He will hold it. He will create problems. He will create troubles, and a pass and a goal. High line will not be able to cope with that. That was coming from Pep Guardiola. But in the first half, already in the second part, like from minute 20 to 25, it was already the experience of City players like 30 plus. They had already made adjustments. They were already lobbing the ball above our high line. And our kids do not know as yet, like they are lacking experience in that. And Maresca is also like building and growing it. But I'm impressed with the way different styles of football Maresca has played. And it's not like we are trash. We have played above 70%. Like above 70% of any other team would play. So it's good. It's good. We are good players.
Okay.
And we have a manager who can do different things. So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Thank you very much, JC. JC have outlined wherever he feel the problem is at Chelsea, and he said Andrew Maresca is learning the job, but I don't think that this is a football club. A football club like Chelsea, it's not the time for you to be learning on the job. But anyway, we all know he's not a proven manager, and we can give him that aspect of it to learn. And as we all know, the target, he said, I mean, Chelsea Football Club, to be honest with you, his target was to get top four next season. This is a club that challenges for a trophy each and every year. But I understand We're not the same team
Historically,
that we used to be anymore. But
historically,
yeah,
this very quickly. Historically, yes, we have this that we try for last 20 years. We are always our previous board was expecting us to win trophies every season, and our fan base grew up with that thing, and our fan base is very demanding and emotional in that. But to be honest, we are not that kind of a management right now. We are building in the long term, and that's the truth. We like it or we don't like it.
thank you very much, JC in the building with us with Mr. Ryan in Liverpool. He is enjoying the best season ever, the best season ever he can even think of. Beautiful football, the likes of Cody Gambo and Soboslai are just banking in goals for fun. These guys have been on their game since the beginning of the season. I'm not slop. The man is producing magic where Enzo Maresca and his 19 billion pounds money spent and Chelsea team keep regressing. Big up to Old Dog, big up to you, man, in the building. He says the Chelsea are regressing on the attack. I stopped watching during the first half. Old Dog, according to him, he could not handle it anymore. And he came up and say, where is our impetus from center mid, and where is the execution up top? Okay, coming from Hot Dog there. Alpha said top results for Chelsea. Great start, but they needed to make it 2-0. Second half, it was very weak performance, back and lack of intensity and drive, according to Alpha. Saski Gunama, big up to you. It was a good victory. Although you guys were down for a bit, Wolverhampton Wanderers could not capitalize on that one man down to be able to go ahead, and they were just useless. But courtesy a goal from Calafiori, beautiful goal with his left foot right there to the left side of Joseph Sarr. Goalkeeper for Wolverhampton Wanderers couldn't save it, but beautiful goal for Arsenal. Good win for Arsenal. Keep it going. Good luck for Arsenal Football Club. JC. More from you guys. Bring it on. Since ref try screw us, still won Mass Live NHL National Hockey League. Absolutely, Mass Live. We'll check on Mass a bit later when I'm done. Nehemiah said these people need to leave, and I'm sure he's referring to the sporting directors as the Maresca should leave if he persists with Sanchez as sporting directors too as well. Kim So said, am I the negative one? I don't think Kim So you're a negative one, but I'm just hoping that support from the club will be okay going into a big game, going to the Etihad, playing the champions of England of that magnitude. I needed a big support from my fans, Chelsea fans, but I don't see you as a negative person. You see it in the way you see it. That's your opinion, and people have to respect that. Nehemiah says Sanchez is costing us games. Why does Maresca keep playing him? Well, arguably, Maresca have come many times to, defend Sanchez. And this is what he has to say regarding Robert Sanchez, the situation with Chelsea's goalie, and the way Enzo Maresca defended, Robert Sanchez. I'm trying to get the quote from Sanchez. He said, Robert Sanchez is okay. According to him, Enzo Maresca, he have made a point that he is his number one goalkeeper from the beginning of the season. He said he is okay. It is a matter of understanding that everything can happen. How many times? And is he referring to Noni Madueke, referring to Moses Caicedo and other players? That since they can all make mistakes, so it's okay for Robert Sanchez to make mistakes. But he forgets that he is the last man. He is the last man. Mistakes that he makes always ended up being goal. It costs Chelsea. He forget about this. So why are you trying to defend this guy in public when there's no way you can defend him? He's undefensive. You can't defend Robert Sanchez, and it's not good. So because there are so many statistics there that shows that Sanchez he's causing many goals, the SGs, the errors that he makes. Too many of them. I can't bring everything back. But Sanchez, we all know something has to give up. Either Jorgensen have to be be the Premier League, goalkeeper, and see what he can do. Build his confidence for next season. Else, unless they're thinking of bringing in another world-class goalkeeper, Diego Costa or whatever they want to bring in to help this team, because this team need. Look at how Haaland
Ni-
held the last ball that resulted into a goal. Look at how Haaland, the number 9, held onto the ball, waited to fold into pass, and then release the ball. That is what number 9 does. And you make a substitution like that, take Jackson off, and bring in Christopher Nkunku, who was nowhere to be found. I did not even see him in the house. I did not see what he contributed when he got on. I'll come back to
Nothing.
JC. I'll come back to you, JC, in a bit. Please let me go to Ryan for a second. Mr. Ryan.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll go to Ryan and let Ryan also jump in. Then we'll go back to JC. Go ahead, Mr. Ryan.
No, just that Sanchez, it really was like a pantomime villain performance. Just very, very vague decision-making, uncertainty, qualities that you don't want your goalkeeper to have. You want your goalkeeper to be assertive, to be confident. He should never be rushing out. Chalobah was in a duel with Haaland. It was one-on-one, but
yeah,
it's just uncertain decision making. He's coming out, then he half comes out, changes his mind. By that time, it's too late. Haaland's squared up to Chalobah. He's beating him on the inside, and then it's a chip finish to score. Clearly, Maresca has come out and he's defended Sanchez and said, he's the goalkeeper for the rest of the season. But this is a weak point. They gave a statistic towards the end of the match near Sky Sports that Sanchez errors have led to 5 goals. Chelsea conceding 5 goals in the Premier League. That's the most of any goalkeeper. So, clearly is becoming a serious issue. And Chelsea's form the last 6 games is very, very concerning. They are a young team. They had a great winter period and they were right up there in the league table. But they've lost 3 of their last 6 Premier League games. They've only won 1. The form is starting to be very concerning. And I think Maresca is now under pressure to make a decision with this goalkeeping position. Do Chelsea bring someone in now in January, or do they rotate and start another goalkeeper? When it gets to the point where he's giving away 5 goals and it's costing you points, that is a serious issue. Whether Chelsea get top 4 this season or next season, the form is now becoming a problem, and this is now a crucial period. January to March, the second half of the season. Chelsea need to make sure they get back to winning ways and they solidify this top 4, top 5 position. But if they keep giving away goals and making silly defensive mistakes like this, yes, they are a young team. They're going to struggle. And to my point earlier, just the second half, I did not see enough intensity and drive. I could see the shape. I could see that, as JC said, Maresca wanted them to be a little bit more conservative and more controlled and not commit too much and press too high and get countered so easily by Man City. But they were kind of just in between the two kind of styles of play. And Man City for sure were more direct. You saw Edison play a lot more long balls. They were doing less sideways and possession-based football.
Haaland
as the target man. And maybe that's the way forward for them between now and the rest of the season, now that they've got Marmoush up there to support Haaland. Marmoush, I thought, made some very, very good runs. I really enjoyed that battle, Marmoush versus Reece James. And also, that was a very, very interesting duel. Yeah, it's just I just felt tactically and application-wise, Chelsea could have done better in that second half. They just gifted goals to Man City. That's what's most disappointing.
Interesting. Very well said from Ryan. Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. And if you look at the specific attack, and reports were saying the Robert Sanchez positioning 10, a chance wealth 0.03 xg into a chance wealth 0.4 and 42 xg. So that's why if you look at the chance very well, Cucurella is right there. This is Cucurella. And I'm sure probably this could be Chaloba. Sanchez even came out way earlier before he tried to go back, and Haaland was like, no, man, let me take this opportunity. I'm going to hook the ball on the back of Sanchez and see where it's going to land me. You got players all around, four players against 2, plus you, Sanchez, making 5 Chelsea players. What kind of decision are you making? Look at the distance from where the goalkeeper and the player is and where the goalkeeper is, Sanchez. Why? Let's go to JC. JC want to add something before I come to the comments. JC, go for it.
Yeah, very quickly. I will start with this screenshot, and I will answer your why, and then I will have a deeper discussion about Sanchez and how I see things. Yeah. The decision here is not made here. The decision is made the moment the lob is coming. With a high line, if the lob is coming, it is always the goalkeeper has to rush forward. He has to rush forward. And he did that. It was a mix-up. It happens. And likewise, I also say, like Chaloba, he was on the Haaland all the time. But at this moment, you look, Chaloba backing off a little bit, taking 2 steps behind. He shouldn't have done that. You are on him, don't let him pass or don't let him take a shot. He let him do that. Because you know you are the last defender. And you know, like with you coming back in the mix, your goalkeeper cannot get involved anymore. So you have to follow it through. Don't let this man take a shot or give a pass. Why you are taking 2 steps back? But that's again lack of experience. And lack of experience in playing this type of football with high line. Now, if I come back to, and as for Sanchez's decision, his decision by this time is already made, and that is the right thing to do. That he has to go forward. That decision should have been made as long as the long ball is kicked. He sees this, he runs it to take it and tackle it. And he did that. He did that. So now about the Sanchez qualities. And why I think Sanchez is the boy, and he will be the boy until end of the season. Fans can take it, or fans can go on rants, or can hold it. This is the way it is, and I don't expect it to change, and I'm fine with that. And why? I have seen this season Maresca demand from his goalkeeper following qualities. Let's start with this game. When there is a very high line, you need to be a sweeper, ready to run forward. When we are inviting the pressure, you have to be ready to be playing under pressure and breaking the press by putting it short passes to Caicedo or Enzo or somebody. That's a risky thing to do, but he's demanded. His manager demands his goalkeeper to be like that. He does that 7 out of 10. Rushing forward also today, he did 7 out of 10. What less qualities do you see? Again, we saw in this game, and we've seen myself. He expects.
What do you make of the comment from Alpha in the chat?
Okay, hang on. Another quality which Maresca demands from his goalkeeper to be part of the back four, and he works at times, and even in this game, in the shape of a back four as a right center back. You can see Sanchez doing that job as well, and that's a demand from the manager. Another demand from the manager to be able to collect high balls from crosses. He wants his goalkeeper to be tall and bullying. He does that. 7 out of 10. Again, 7 out of 10. He wants his goalkeeper to be tall, physically strong, but also good on the ball with his feet. He is that. 7 out of 10. Now, if I look at, and he demands his goalkeeper to be good at short stopping, which is again, Sanchez is more than 7 out of 10. Now, if I look at all the goalkeepers, we have like 10 goalkeepers in our squad. who are capable of doing all these things. All these things, 7 out of 10. Nobody other than Sanchez. Second one who comes close is Jorgensen. But Jorgensen might lag behind a little bit in other things and may be better in other things. But at the moment, Maresca thinks he's the best. Then I look at the whole Europe and I look at different big goalkeepers who can do everything this I mentioned. I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody. He is not going anywhere. And the fault is not Sanchez. The fault is the different styles of football we play and the demands the manager puts on him. And that's why manager will not bench him, because manager is demanding these things from him and he is delivering to the best of his capability. And that is 7 out of 10. And that is better than anybody else available right now. And we have to hold that.
What do you make of the text, the comment on the screen? Do you think that I think you answered it already? You said it's not from Sanchez, but it's from the two different style of football that we played. High line, which demands goalkeeper coming out to react to long balls that have been fed to Haaland or whoever. So where do Chelsea go from here?
Here's the thing. We can have a Petr Cech. He will be brilliant shot stopper. But then he won't be able to do the other things. And that was very well our strategy, and he was a perfect fit. We used to park the bus and hit on the counter attack and hoof the ball. Czech was ideal for that because he wasn't asked to do anything else. So if you look at any goalkeeper, like if you look at Petrovic, he's more like a Petr Cech. But we are not playing that style of football. Somebody said to me, Petrovic had like 100% small pass, 100% efficiency in small passes. But then people don't realize, like when you look at the statistics, yes, but 100% of his passes were 2 meters to Thiago Silva standing beside him. He was not doing anything else, just short stopping.
Okay. Thank you very much, JC. We have Maya and Mr. Max button in here. Mr. Max, Maya, welcome back to the show, guys.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good. I know you guys are not in the right mood at this moment. Let me hear from Maya. Maya, you've watched the game. There's so many talking points. Robert Sanchez have besides Haaland, brilliant goal, chipping the ball over Robert Sanchez to get that goal. There were so many debuts on the pitch. Marmoush and the young Kazakhstanian player who commit that blunder and got Chelsea's first goal. But anyway, what do you think from that game, Maya?
Big up everyone. Yeah.
Greetings to you.
I mean,
Big
this
up, bro.
game we deserve to lose, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like the first after the 30, maybe the 20 or 30th minute, bro. We were dead. We were switched off. Second half, we came into the game. We had no plan, no vision, nothing. We had nothing at all. We just wanted to take the ball from the black line to the attack. And the one mistake that Maresca did was removing Jackson, because Jackson was holding that press to the City defense. When he took off that Jackson subs, he put on Nkunku, this gen stopped pressing. So, like the whole game is on Maresca. On Maresca.
Oh, would you say it was a
The whole
statement
game.
Maresca is trying to make due to the rumors on Christopher Nkunku leaving the football club? That's why he put him on that early.
Like, even though he has speculations, this is the game we were drawing 1-1. 1-1, you want to go to the Etihad and drop deep. 1-1. Bro, do that at Ipswich. Do that at Fulham. Do that, all that stuff, that crazy stuff at Southampton. Maybe get a point there. Don't do that Etihad. They're going to crush you, bro. They're going to come up with some solution, like how Pep Gvardiol did, fluid counter attack. Just give that ball to Haaland. Haaland just puts it down, gave it to Foden. You saw what was happening there. That's how our midfield was getting stretched. Even our defense. I don't even go and talk about our defense because our defense was horrible. We never had one strong guy, and everybody's talking about Cowell, this and that about Levi. Give him time, give him time. I'm not gonna give him time. If I see horrible performances like that, when will I give Cowell some time? If I don't see any strength for Cowell, if I don't even see a type of leadership, a type of backline defender at the back, we need someone who knows how to kick someone, not to control the ball. Just kick the player. Simple as that. That's what we're lacking. So, the thing that's frustrating me is that Maresca saw this for the last couple of 5 games when he had bad results, and he decided not to change 1 or 2 things about it. Just switch it up, bro. Simple as that.
Thank you very much. You can tell how frustrated Maya is. You can tell the passion is within him. He's really hurt so bad. Let's go to our big brother, Mr. Max. Max, welcome back to the show. And how did you witness, really? How are you going to outline? What do you make of this game that you just watched, Mr. Max?
Well, go back to my tweet on Twitter and you'll see. When we're 1-0 up and on top.
I'm going to go there now. Go ahead.
When we're 1-0 up on top, I think someone said, "Oh yeah, Chelsea are looking good." I said, "Here's how it's going to play out. We're going to look good for 15, 20 minutes, miss a couple of big chances, allow the opposition in, and lose the game." That's what we do. That's what we've done for the last 5 or 6 games. We're very predictable, and we did start off well. We pressed well. We were winning the ball. Man City were there for the taking today. We had the debutant Kushanoff gifted us that first goal, and they looked shaky for the first 10, 15 minutes. Had everyone's blaming Jackson for that miss. It wasn't Jackson, it was Palmer, because everyone seems to be always blaming Jackson. He's the scapegoat for everything. But that pass by Palmer should have been better.
Yeah.
And had the pass by Palmer been similar to the one that Jackson gave to for the first goal for what's his name, Madueke, then we'd have been 2-0 up. Different complexion of the game. Yeah.
Good radar. Perfect.
Yeah, we cannot kill games. That's been our problem. Against Crystal Palace, we didn't kill off the game. Against Fulham, we didn't kill off the game. And we allow, and for some reason, we come out in the second half looking passive, looking scared. This is a Man City who was, as I said, they were there for the taking. This ain't Man City from last season. This was a nervous Man City just on the back of throwing away a 2-0 lead against PSG to lose 4-2. They're fragile. We just, as I said, we just weren't clinical enough. We got no players who are killers in our team at the moment. Squad building, and I blame the directors. Squad building has been poor. Why are we looking at Garnacho when we haven't got a goalkeeper? Why are we looking at Garnacho when we haven't got a striker? A backup striker for Nicholas Jackson. What we saw with Erling Haaland was classic number 9 play for the 2 goals. The way he held up the play, the strength. Who we got with strength and ability like that? Who can do? We haven't got a target man. Jackson, I'm not saying he's a decent striker, but I feel that he gets a lot of criticism because when you think he was bought at 36 million, he wasn't bought to be our main striker at the time. He just fed into that position as a main striker. I think the club haven't, and the pressure's on him because we've got no one who could come on off the bench to make a difference when he's not performing. He hasn't scored for 6 or 7 games. Strikers, as you know, they don't score goals. Confidence is low, and we haven't got anyone off the bench. In Cuckoo, and the damning thing is, once he went off and then Cuckoo came on, we looked worse for it because Cuckoo wasn't even pressing, and Man City were allowed to push up further forward because there was nobody who was going to stretch their back line. And Cuckoo doesn't want to be here. And you could tell that his body language was there. He didn't really do anything when he came on. If anything, I'd have put Gueye on, because Gueye, at least he presses, at least he tries to run in from behind. But again, is Gueye the answer? No, he's not. He's not ready yet. But he would have been probably a better option for the attributes that he brings into the game. Who was it who was talking before about
Maya.
Sanchez? When I first Maya.
Oh,
Sorry, man, I
it
don't
was
agree.
no, it wasn't Maya. It was JC. It was JC here.
JC, yeah, sorry.
About
Okay,
about
about Jackson. Okay, not Jackson, about Sanchez. Okay,
Sanchez.
decent shot stopper at times. Ball to his feet, not good at playing the ball to his feet. I think you said 7 out of 10. I'll give him 5 out of 10 playing the ball. He's always makes me nervous when he's playing out the back. And for me, a goalkeeper, I don't care if you're making world-class save after world, you're paid to make those saves. I judge a goalkeeper on the amount of mistakes that he makes.
Facts.
The damning thing is with this keeper, he's made the most mistakes now, as well as the Ipswich goalkeeper. He's equal the Ipswich goalkeeper in the amount of mistakes he's made that's leading to goals. This guy's costing us week in, week out, and I just don't want him in our team anymore. My patience has run out with this goalkeeper, and I'm still having nightmares about the Arsenal game when we should have really beaten Arsenal last year when he gifted that when we were 2-0 up, when he allowed Declan Rice to score that goal.
Oh, right.
And-
yeah.
Yeah,
Max,
and
you know what?
Yeah,
Like,
let me. Is it,
Go ahead. You
yeah,
guys go
sorry, go on. Go on, JC, let's talk
Go-
and I respond.
yeah,
Nick,
yeah,
can
Max.
we-
ahead. Hold on. Ryan, what do you
Yeah,
want to
okay,
say?
go ahead. I will
Right.
follow up with
I haven't
Max.
spoken
Yeah,
yet, sorry.
later. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, no. I totally agree with your points, Max. I thought Sanchez had a terrible game. I think Chelsea need to sign a goalkeeper. I know they were linked with this Gregor Kobel in the summer, who's the Borussia Dortmund keeper, and Dortmund wanted like 60, 70 million. I just think instead of chasing Garnacho or wingers, they need to prioritize striker and goalkeeper. I mean, I get the whole concept of sweeper keeper. You know, Man City, they do it with Edison, right? So he almost plays like an extra defender, and it allows you to play a high line, and he can then push up and anticipate and cover the space. But as you mentioned, you need to have certain characteristics to be able to do that. You have to be comfortable with the ball at your feet, good passing and distribution, timing your challenges. But the key attribute is your decision making, because you have to act very quickly.
Yep.
And with the Haaland goal today, it's such a simple and avoidable goal. It's a long ball. Haaland wins the header. Okay, that's fine. But if you see, Haaland runs to get the ball, Chalobah's there with him, and Cucurella's even coming back. But the fact that as soon as Haaland has won that header, Sanchez is running because he thinks he can, as the sweeper keeper, tackle and close the space. But then he realizes that he can't, and he's caught, in between, outside the box and the goal. It's a simple finish for Haaland. If he'd stayed back, you could see Chalobah. Obviously, Haaland fronted up to Chalobah, but Cucurella was there closing, tracking back as well. So there's less probability that you're going to score a goal. So for me, it's all Sanchez's fault. The goal, it's totally avoidable. He did not make sound decision making in that moment.
Are you a Liverpool supporter?
I'm a Liverpool fan, yeah.
Yeah, okay, you'll know this better than most then. Because remember when you had Jerzy Duzek in goal, and you were never going to win the league with that guy in goal. So as soon as you became a serious club again was when he brought Addison in and Van Dijk. Those two
Was it when they had
tightened up
Loris
your...
Carrier? Was it Loris Carrier?
Yeah, Carrios, not Dudek, sorry, Carrios.
Yes.
Karius,
Yeah.
the one that
And
cost us
Carrios,
the
Carrios,
Champions
sorry,
League,
yeah. It was the Dudek before that. But yeah, as soon as you brought in a serious goalkeeper and a serious defender, you went from just being a nice team to watch, but were always going to concede goals, to a team who were tight at the back as well. You're always going to score goals with the firepower that you had, but you became strong at the back, and that's what made you title challengers
Yeah, 100%.
when you
Yeah,
address those two areas. Yeah.
yeah. His
And Chelsea
positioning,
can't
his
even. Yeah, exactly.
distribution, one-on-one.
Yeah.
He's world class. Back, Allison.
Yep, and we can't be seen in that conversation until we get ourselves a proper world-class goalkeeper
I
and an
agree.
experienced centre back as well to help at the back, because we're shambles at the back at the moment.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Let's go through the comments here in a bit. Emmanuel said, "I think I will stop watching Chelsea matches for good. I'm just tired of all this nonsense." Kim So said, "I'm done with Chelsea. I will support Arsenal." Come on, you
Hey,
supporting the wrong
go,
team.
bro.
Is
Go
he having a
support them,
joke?
blood.
Are these guys having a joke?
Probably
And
you
as
supporting the
much
And
wrong
by
as
the
team,
way,
man.
Having it, yeah, bro. You can go
Uh,
support Arsenal, dog.
yeah,
let's go to Makin, who's joining us here. Oh, we'll go to JC in a second. Let's introduce Makin in the studio. You've been waiting for a while now. Makin, welcome back to the show, Makin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
How's
is good, brother.
everybody?
We're doing well. I'm
Yes,
doing
yeah,
well.
yes, indeed. Hmm. Yeah, this is unfortunate that we're having to go through this. It's I mean, for the first 20, 30 minutes, we should have buried it, and we kind of threw the whole game away, man. To be honest, but we have to look forward to the next game, and personally, my stance on the directors and such. How it's been run and everything. I mean, sometimes chickens come home to roost, and these problems, when they brew for a long time, they're gonna come back on you. So I'm not, I'm not, I'm not too mad about the loss. To be very honest, it's just that we need to recognize the mistakes and work from the mistakes instead of just it's not how do I say, it's not all doom and gloom. There's
Okay.
positives in it. It's just that we need to find the right rotation around it. I understand people are frustrated with the goal with Sanchez when he came out, but the thing is, the body language, it kind of perplexed him. Like Chalobah wasn't covering as much as he should be when dealing with Haaland. He shouldn't have even been getting crossed like that, to be honest. But it startled Sanchez. I understand Sanchez makes a lot of mistakes. He's made a few mistakes, but that goal, there's two goals that were on Chalobah. The one where Colwill was holding Haaland,
Yeah, what was
Chalobah,
Chalobah doing? I have the image here. I can even put that image up.
exactly, yeah.
Where was he
Chalobah,
going?
Chalobah,
Why do you leave
yeah.
your
He
man alone?
doesn't, yeah, yeah. He's not a leading player. And like I said before, remember I told you, bringing him back into the team, yeah, and playing him first game like this is a big risk. It's too much. It's gonna expose him, and we're gonna have the Real Madrid scenario again. It's not good, and I understand that we have sentiments to Chalobah saying he's our best defender, such and such. That's not the case because if we're saying, yeah, oh, Fofana, we're missing Fofana. Fofana's he's had a small run. What was we doing before Fofana? And this is where I go back to saying, yeah, when it comes to that team selection, yeah, it makes a big impact on the team.
Okay.
You have to look at the goals and what causes the goals. That's what I'm trying to be specific about. After you can get angry at Jackson about finishing and all of that, but if your midfield here is non-existent, your defenders are going to be exposed. Casado was left to die out there. So if that's the plan, there you go. This is what you guys wanted. This is the positivity you guys wanted. You guys wanted to defend Sanchez. This is what you want. Take it. Take it. We'll play like this. We'll go back to 10th in no time.
this what you're talking about. So you got three players. You got who's number 6 here? Is it Cowell? Yeah, Cowell marking
Yeah,
Haaland.
cool.
And Chaloba
Yeah,
left his
and
marker, which is
Chalapa.
Foden, running towards him, and then Haaland nicked the ball, I think, behind him, and we went straight to Cowell. I mean, Foden, which ended up having a 1v1 versus Sanchez. So Chalobah should have stick with his man instead of moving from his man, going to help Cowell out. So that was where the mistake was coming from. So he has that time.
And everyone's gonna try to blame Cole for this game. When
Bro,
if you really watch
I'm
the two
blaming him
mistakes, they're
too.
quite key.
Yeah,
Now go on,
Cole
Right.
has
Yeah,
to be.
yeah. Nick, can I come in a little bit here? Okay.
Yeah, and
See,
yeah, I think
we
jump in the
have to be
match.
realistic.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I still don't agree. I still think like there is a good goalkeeper in Sanchez, but he's been asked to do too many things and too many extreme things. So that's causing the errors, and it's partly on Maresca, and that's why he's also not opting because he is demanding things like that. And I still don't think there are enough goalkeepers here who can do all those things. Whoever you bring, there will be errors because of the requirement as such. It is per se and hoofball. If you say hoofball, also like we have only Jackson who is tall in our forwards who can hold the ball. There are no others. Another thing is also the decision making. The decision making of the goalkeeper goes in tandem also with the center backs and the back line. And we have to be honest, we have not had a stable back line. Call it injuries, call it anybody. And this boy Chalobah, give him a day off, man. This is his second game back. You get communications between backline and goalkeeper. Once they have played a few games, they know each other. Okay, he's gonna push him outside, I can stay back. Or these are mix-ups. They will just vanish if the team is settled and the backline and the goalkeeper have a clear communication. This is the second game of Chalobah. What are we talking about? And the tactic is extreme. And the manager himself is not experienced at such level play. He might have done very well against championship level managers, but now he's playing Maresca. Maresca is his guru. So I'd still say like it's the team and how we are functioning is causing these errors, and they will go away with time. I mean, you have to give time to that, and the manager will become better and better and better. But I think he has been given this priority to build this team this year, go for top four next year, as he has said, and we are ahead of the curve. So fine, and he's not stopping experimenting. And if people say like he does not change much, I've seen so many different styles of football from Maresca. He is trying and testing. Unfortunately, with his backline, he has not had that stability. Call it injuries or call it whatever. He's still probing there to find a stable backline who are talking to each other and who know, like, okay, he's taking him outside the D on the left side and he will push it off, and I can be assured of this. This is his second game with Chalaba under Maresca in this system. In this system, probably the first. And there's a mix up between the two.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
JC,
We
big up
just
to you,
need
JC. He's got a lot in
we
his
just need
hands to say.
somebody that knows how to
Yeah,
deal with this.
just give me a second, please. Just give me a second. Big up to CB Banter. Happy New Year to you, Max. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone joining us on the show today. It's
Afternoon.
2025, and I make sure I say that to everyone that joins the show. Happy New Year to all of you joining on the show for the first time. So, CB Bunter said, truth, we need 45 defenders. Leighton CFC said, I just got more information in from our sporting directors that the one Man United winger and our coach has said no to that, and they don't want to listen. And we need to protest against the sporting directors. The coach played Christopher Nkuku to show that he needs a striker, but the sporting directors want a winger from Man United for 60 million. But Bali might not give that green light. Also, I went on to Alpha said Chelsea need to sign a new goalkeeper and a striker as priorities, not Canacho. To blame the back line in defense of Sanchez is unbelievable coming from Cruz Banta. Thank you very much, Cruz Banter, for your comments. Guys, don't forget to do this real quick. You're streaming live on two platforms at the same time, X and YouTube. The best way to support the platform is by liking and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed to this platform, yes, be part of our community as we keep growing little by little. Chelsea Dan said, told you, we will lose to Man City. Sanchez, out. Cuckoo, out. Cowell, out. Directors, out. We were crap. You want Cucurella out. What did he do wrong? What did Cowell do wrong? I don't know what kind of game you were watching. I mean, come on.
He's just angry, you know, Dan. Dan, when angry,
right.
he wants everybody out. He wants me out. He wants me out. He wants everybody out.
Let's hear from Max too. We won't have Max for very long. Let's hear from Max.
Yeah, but what I was saying, JC, I disagree with what you're saying and a lot about sticking up for Sanchez. Come on, anyone with a half a brain cell can see that this guy is a calamity. He's a calamity.
That's a fact.
Don't get me wrong.
He's been given awkward positions.
Okay.
JC, let him land.
Well, Petrovic had the same demands. Petrovic last year didn't make as many mistakes as this goalkeeper has been making. And it's his decision making. It's his passing of the ball sometimes.
Yeah,
he loses concentration too much. As a goalkeeper, the good goalkeepers are the ones who, like what made Cech a good goalkeeper. He didn't have a lot to do, but his concentration levels were there. At Chelsea, we grew up on people like Peter Cech and people like that who didn't make mistakes. They cut, and it's basic mistakes he's making, and it's decision making. You mentioned about the goal with Haaland. If once he saw that Haaland's going into that a wide area, he's got no business to stay. He should be back on his goal line straight away.
100%,
He still kept coming out. You see that situation. I used to play in goal, so I know what I'm talking about. And it's quick decisions that you have to make as a goalkeeper. Okay, he got lucky earlier from the offside when he didn't even his shot saving today. That goal that Marmoush scored, what was offside, where he parried it. Even the first goal, I'll say he sort of came out into no man's land as well in that one when we already had cover from Cucurella, so they sort of had a miscommunication at the back, which allowed the goal by Gvardiol to be scored. And when you're sticking up for Chalobah, I think the thing with Chalobah is because of the way our squad has been built and our defence is so poor. I said I wanted Chalobah back, but I still wouldn't have him as our main defender. But the fact is that he looks better than what the defenders that we've got already.
Sorry, bro. One question. One question. Who would you have played there instead of Chalobah there today?
No, that's what I said. I would have played Chalobah today but that's an indictment on our sporting directors because they haven't, Disaster as I call him. He's not good enough, especially if we're playing
even against City.
Yeah, Max, I will come back. I need to come down.
Hold on, one minute. Let me talk. Let me just this disaster against City. When we were playing with a low block. If we're playing with a low block, Disaster is brilliant. It was brilliant against City last time when we played with a low block. If we're playing the high line, today we're playing really high up the field. Disaster, whatever name it is. He would have been disastrous we're playing the high line because he hasn't got the pace. Okay, so the defense.
That's not how he scored the goal, though.
Yeah, okay. Now, can I maybe come in here a little bit because, when my brain cells are questioned, I need to answer. My brain cells are questioned.
Big up to Chelsea Blue over there. It says Sak Maraska. He keep playing Sanchez. I want to love you forever. I want to love you. Big up to you. I hope you're doing very well. Everyone on the panel, big up to everyone in the panel. And Chelsea Blue, if you're just joining us for the new year, I'm wishing you a happy new year. 2025, year to make it. Chelsea will get back to his winning ways again. Just keep faith. Let's go to JC. Go on, JC.
Yeah, okay. I really need to answer this. See, the Haaland going wide is a valid point, yes. And there was a mixture with the Chalobah in between. Had Chalobah will not been there, maybe Sanchez does get to the ball, and he's not interrupting there. But here again is my thing. Petrovic distribution was not better. Petrovic distribution was non-existent. His distribution was limited to 3 meters to Silva. And if you put
What? And
Petrovic
Sanchez
in
is
and
Sanchez's distribution's
Sanchez
been
is
poor. It's been poor.
70% of the time is good. But I don't blame
No, it isn't.
Sanchez. Why? Because the manager is demanding these different extreme situations from him.
Have, have you got the stats to back it up, though?
Max, I didn't
JC,
interrupt you. May I now please speak?
all right,
So
talk, and let me come back to you. Go.
yeah. So and it's down to the manager to play to the strengths of his players. But the manager is demanding these things, and that's why manager is holding on to him and supporting him. If Sanchez is given that comfortable life, maybe he would be much better. But Sanchez's life is not bed of roses, and it's down to the manager. And there is a lack of clarity in the back line. Their back line has been changing too much, and there is total lack of communication, which also complicates the situation. Instead of blaming individually Sanchez for everything, I would say is maybe Maresca can go a little bit softer and not demand so many extreme things out of him and our style of play. But here Maresca has come out and said, we will concede goals, we will make errors, that is fine. That's the way I want to go. I want to attack. And I want to score more goals. So it's fine. If that is the way you want to go, fine. And then the errors will happen, fine. I'm not going to crucify Sanchez for that.
You know what Robert Sanchez's passing accuracy was today? You said he's a good passer. What was his passing accuracy, percentage-wise?
I know that we were all packed up in the midfield.
His passing accuracy.
Sanchez. What?
It's
Okay, and in comparison,
53.8% parking accuracy.
No,
He gave the
JC, he's
ball
got
away.
you, JC. He's got you.
He gave,
no.
he gave the ball.
Excel sheets don't take me.
Hold on.
No.
No,
You
wait,
can take.
wait
You
for
can
him,
talk
wait
to the
for him.
Excel sheets. You
He
can talk to
gave
the
the
Excel
ball
sheets.
away 19 times, the most out of any other Chelsea player. So how can you say he's a good passer of the ball?
Yes, he did.
And that's
He
not only
did.
in this
He
game,
might
it's
have
in
done
other
that.
games as well. And it's
And
in
he
other
also
games
made
as
good
well.
stops. And he also made good stops.
One stop.
You can
One
look
good
at the
stop.
Excel sheets to justify it.
Hold on. A goalkeeper
Eventually,
is.
I'm saying is, as I
Listen,
see the things, and as my
what's the
arguments is,
goalkeeper's?
they match with what Maresca is saying, and you will hold it. Maresca will start him.
What is a goalkeeper's job to do? Make saves. So don't
Ask
tell me about
Maresca.
saves.
Don't ask me.
Yeah,
Because
a goalkeeper's
Maresca is
job is to make
demanding these
saves.
things from him. Maresca is demanding these things from him. Ask Maresca. Don't ask me.
Oh, so you're blaming Maresca now on Sanchez?
Yes, as I said,
Sanchez's
partly
inability.
is the challenges put forward to him by Maresca.
You're just listening to what Maresca said as he's trying to defend it. Just when Maresca comes out in the press conference and says things like that, he's just trying to defend his goalkeeper. Okay, that's what he's doing. He's trying to defend his goalkeeper.
List so many things Maresca has said about him, and I mentioned.
So
I just said, he said, he's fine with the errors as long as I'll quote Maresca. As long as Sanchez is doing what now why are you not listening to me? What Maresca has said. Maresca said, as long as Sanchez is doing what he's asking him to do, Sanchez will start. The day he stops doing things which I'm asking him to do, he will be on the bench.
Yeah, but obviously he's saying that for a reason.
See, that's not exactly what he said. I mean,
yeah, you have to be impartial, JC.
As long as he does what I'm asking him to do, he will start.
No, he was trying to compare.
Extreme.
No, that's not true, JC. He was trying to compare.
I mean, there are guys in the chat who are smart enough. They will find some quotation, and I clearly remember in his presser, he made it very clear. The day he stops doing what I'm asking him to do, he will be on bench. That's what Maresca said.
I mean, I understand that one. That was a while ago.
But can't you see?
Yeah, and he's sticking to his gun.
No, he's doing that to protect the player. That's what he's doing.
He's got a transfer window almost closing. If he had to change, he would have changed the goalkeeper.
Can I come in for a second, JC? Big up to you, Chelsea Blues. I don't understand. Port had his team running last season, but now the team looked very, very tired. That's coming from Chelsea Blue. It says, okay, Chelsea Blues, the Maraska tactics have been found out, so we just have to accept it. If he cannot fix this, I am Maraska out, according to him. Arrows FC, this team is just shit, according to him. Joseph, big up to you, Joseph. Happy New Year to you, Joseph. First time joining us here and the stream for the first time this year. Happy New Year to you. Sanchez Jackson and the Sassy are the problem. Let them pack and leave this night. Chelsea FC spend a lot of
Can I
money.
disagree with that?
Or Enzo Maraska and should leave earlier the better for him. Enzo Maraska is not disciplined, according to Joseph. You guys can react to it anytime you want to, but let me say this real quick.
I want to react to this one about the ball, about the.
Max.
Just read it, then I'll react afterwards. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let me say this real quick. From what I understand, if you make a statement earlier in the season that Robert Sanchez is going to be your number one, no matter how bad things go for your number one, that you've made that statement, that you've made, no matter how things get bad for you, you definitely have to come out and support that goalkeeper and back him. But backing him and saying that the mistakes that he's made is similar to mistakes that Caicedo have made, Noni Madueke have made. His crosses are not accurate, they're not coming in. So whatever Robert Sanchez mistakes are, he's made 4 mistakes according to Enzo Maraska. What he's saying is nothing wrong with that, and it is our job. So Sanchez still have the right to be making the same mistake he's making till the end of the season, because this manager has to back by what he's saying. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, tell me then, Lee, he has had a transfer window now. Why isn't he buying a new goalkeeper then?
Well, I don't know
It's not his decision. It's not his decisions. That's why. It's a sport in directors.
He's got 10 more goalkeepers in the squad. Why isn't changing him then?
What? Right. You seriously using some under 18s as a part of the goalkeeping that he can
Jorgensen isn't okay. Jorgensen?
He's got one more goalkeeper, and that's Jorgensen, and that's it.
Okay, Petrovic?
Don't look
you
at
said
all the
Petrovic?
other goalkeepers. Petrovic is on loan.
Yeah, okay. So, Max, so now it's not the fault of, it's the fault of the directors. Then you basically are blaming the directors for that.
Exactly.
I'm blaming the directors for poor squad building, terrible squad building.
Nee, let me come in 1 sec.
All right, come in and Max can react to that comment that came in earlier on from Chelsea Blue.
I mean, for me, if a goalkeeper has a track record of making mistakes, I don't know what complexities there are in terms of what he's being asked to do. I'm not a Chelsea fan. I don't follow in that kind of deep tactical sense. But if a goalkeeper is making basic mistakes, whether it's shot stopping or decision making, and it's costing a team points, I don't think you can take such a soft stance forever. Ultimately, there comes a point where he either needs to be dropped and he needs to know that his form is not good enough and it's costing the team points. And this is the Premier League. This is about top 4. This is about winning the competition. If Chelsea want to evolve and move forward, I know they've got a young squad, then they can't be carrying a passenger like Sanchez. And I remember, I think, Nee, we spoke about this before Christmas. There was some statistic that Sanchez had not just made the most errors in the Premier League as a goalkeeper, but actually across Europe. So they actually looked at all of the leagues, goalkeepers from the point he joined Chelsea, he has made the most errors. Now that's a seriously worrying statistic. I don't think if you played an academy goalkeeper today that he necessarily would have made the mistake Sanchez did for that goal. It was that bad. And in my opinion, there comes a point where a goalkeeper is making so many mistakes. I mean, didn't he make one against Wolves in the last game? I know there was a corner and he was, under some pressure, but he kind of flapped at it and then Wolves.
Bro, it's every game, bro. Every game there's a goal. It's a goal in him. Every game is considered a goal.
Yeah.
When I go to the games, when I attend the games, you can hear the nervousness in the crowd whenever a ball is passed back to him. You shouldn't have that with your goalkeeper. You should have confidence in your goalkeeper. You shouldn't be nervous with your goalkeeper every time he gets the ball at his feet. I don't have any confidence in this goalkeeper whatsoever. And JC, you're saying, oh, the manager said to play that way. Did the manager tell him to pass it straight to opposition's player under no pressure whatsoever? Okay, yeah, we want to pass the ball out from the back, but some of his errors are so basic as well. You know, he's not passing it under any pressure whatsoever, and it's just it's just concentration. He just cannot concentrate. And as a goalkeeper, concentration is the key part of being a
There is.
goalkeeper.
Now,
Man, so it's a quite general
can
statement.
I
Like
quickly
if there is a past, then we can discuss this past.
JC, can
So
I quickly end my point? JC,
I will.
can I quickly end my
Yeah.
point, please?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
So in his defense, you know, he is a good shot stopper. You know, I've seen in Chelsea games, I have seen last season, this season, he can stop, you know, shots on goal. That is a good skill set. But to be a top four, you know, team, you look at Alisson at Liverpool, Raya, Arsenal, Dubravka, Newcastle, Edison, Man City. They are rounded goalkeepers. They're goalkeepers with rounded skill sets. They've got awareness, good distribution, shot stopping, sweeper keeper, and this guy Sanchez. I mean, and he's not a kid. He's 28 years old. He's had 3 seasons at Brighton in the Premier League, and then I think he went on loan before you signed him. You know, to have a track record of making these mistakes, it's not good enough.
Yeah. Okay. No, my point is again like we generalize a lot. Like this is bad and that statistics, by the way, is little bit inaccurate. Like it's more kind of a PR stunt somebody throughout, because I can give you at least 10, 20 goalkeepers from Eastern Europe, from Austria, who have worst statistics. So it's just like a emotional, like a statement to make it kind of a trend. But the thing is, again, if Sanchez is making errors and you are still asking him to do things that he is not comfortable doing and not just asking him to short stop, it is partly to blame on the manager. I still maintain that. And you should not be and goalkeepers need confidence. And just
Yeah,
going
but
all out on Sanchez.
this, that
Let me
doesn't
speak.
mean
Let
that
me
you
speak.
should defend that poor
Yeah, Makin, let me
performances.
see. Let
Like
me finish.
you can do both,
Let
bro.
Makin, let me finish this, please. Then you can go ahead.
No, you're kind of
So
long-winded. That's
so
why I said that.
you cannot finish, please, my and if
All
you
right,
say eventually you blame the directors for that, then speaking about the criticism of goalkeeper, you can argument that, but like saying, I don't think he is the worst keeper. I think in the scenario he is our best keeper. If you want an upgrade, I'm fine with that. Go find an upgrade. But like shouting at goalkeeper and being all that stuff, I am more calmer in that sense. I don't care. We can lose sometimes. We are not that team which is like established champions, team of champions. We are building a squad, and things like that will happen. They will continue to happen. We are building a team as I see it, and there are incremental improvements. And again, and again in defense of the goalkeeper, the players surrounding him, his back line, changes every game. Every game it changes. So life is not bed of roses for him. In the circumstances, he's doing a decent job, according to me.
Thank you very much, JC. A lot of discussions going, a heated debate on the show. Everyone has his own opinion. The way they see it is a bit different. We kind of agree and disagree. That's a healthy way of being a football fan. Chelsea Blue, big up to you, Chelsea Blues. It says you need a manager with a winning mentality. He to lead this team. This team is too young, and Maresca is learning with he's learning with them. Do the fans have that time? That is a very, very big, huge question. The fans have to answer for that. Cruz Banter, big up to you. Say some of the panel clearly don't understand who. I don't really get that one from Cruz Banter. Come again, if if someone wants to react to some of your comments. Chelsea Blue says, sorry, Blue Clouds, but I am really done arguing about players. My target is the coach. My target is the coach, and he keep playing certain players, making certain sub. It's annoying and not helping the team at all. Kim So, big up to the Kim So God of War. It says FUCK Enzo Maraska, man, get him and his wife Sanchez out of the football club. I'm tired of these Enzo Maraska guy. He is just something else. Maraska giving points to Pep Guardiola. Yeah, it's keep happening. Maraska hasn't won Chelsea. It's not just Maraska; it's the football club. I'll tell you something in a bit. Maraska is Pep's B, isn't he? Absolutely, he's a student of Pep's psychology. What I say, he learns from a student of Pep. So, big up
And I
to the
respond
panel.
afterwards.
God bless you all. Won't be here for a while. I'm tired of Chelsea. Kimso, be here for me, not Chelsea. Be here for me. We'll talk about Liverpool. So get your energies up. Alpha said, yes, I agree. That Sanchez is 27, not young. And he made so many mistakes, not fully rounded skill set like other top six goalkeepers. Leighton CFC from X bringing up a nice tweet here, our man, for the show all the time. Says, get ready. Sporting directors are dominating the right winger. It says demanding the right winger of the of man. I'm sure that's what it came up with. It says and our coach doesn't want him, according to my trusted sources, and sporting directors need to go. They are not listening to our coach, and I can see this being a poach situation. Sorry, guys. What I was just going to say before you guys coming in, the situation for Chelsea not winning big games have been there for a while now. All the way back from Graham Potter, Frank Lampard to now, Chelsea haven't really dominated the top four teams. And this is it's so easy to do that. This is how you can do it. You build a squad from experienced players. You blend the new players with experienced players. Look at the team that beat Manchester City. They have a lot of experienced players on the pitch. You know how long McKinnons have been in that defense? For ages for my PSG. And look at some other players that are surrounding them. They have experience on the pitch, and that's what we're lacking. We're bringing in players that are not helping us. Jadon Sancho, I've said, about 6-7 games now, he's been very poor. Our wingers are not contributing. I've said 1,000 times on this show. Our wingers are not contributing. So if Jackson doesn't score, Palmer doesn't score, the team goes down. We need wingers that can get. So now I prefer the guy from Bayern Munich. If what I'm hearing is going to happen, Chelsea have to go and get Matisse Tales or whatever his name is. He's a goal scorer. Jadon Sancho, go and look at his record. He doesn't score many goals. He's a good player. And I don't think he was even good fit enough for this game. This game is not built for Jadon Sancho. I don't think he was. But what can I say? Those that came on, how much of help did they even offer this team? Anyway, let's go back to Maya, Max, McKean, JC, Mr. Ryan, who's Liverpool fan, who's here with me helping out here today. Whoever wants to react, comment,
I'm kind of
if you
fed
want to
up.
inject into the conversation, go for it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you
Max,
hear
I can
me?
hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fed up of every time something goes wrong, it's sack this manager, sack that manager. Because we had it with Poch last year. We had it with Frank. Well, we're having it with this guy. Like it's going to be that's going to be the solution. Okay. At the beginning of the season, everyone was talking about Maresca ball, etc., etc. Things go wrong, it's sack the manager. These guys cannot, as I said, the people we should be concentrating on. A few people have put it in the chat. The people we should be concentrating on is the incompetent board of directors. Okay, the reason why Maresca is playing the same players week in week out is because he doesn't trust who's on the bench. Who can he bring on for Nicholas Jackson? We haven't got an out-and-out striker. That's why he overplays Jackson. So people say, "Oh, Jackson should be benched." Bench for who? Who's going to be taking his place? Our squad profile has been poor. Why did we go out and buy João Felix? And when he doesn't, talk to the manager. You know what, Man City, the team we played today, Man City, I heard, I was watching the football show on Sky the other day, and there was this guy who used to be part of their back room. And he said what they do, the board of directors and the football sporting directors, they sit down with Pep Guardiola. What profile do you need in your squad? Yeah. And they'll go out and get a list of players that are suitable for the way that he wants to play. Okay. Did they sit down and say to Maresca, what sort of players do you want? Obviously not. Because why do we go out for pure profit and go and buy João Felix just so that we can get rid of Conor Gallagher? Okay. We bought in João Felix and he doesn't want to play a number. He said he can't play two number 10s in the team. We've got Nkuku, who's meant to be a number 10 as well, or stroke 8. And so João Felix was a luxury, but it wasn't needed. He wasn't needed as a player. So we've got him, and he doesn't play him because he said he doesn't want to play him and Cole Palmer in the same team for the balance of the squad. Okay, and we didn't buy another. As I said, we didn't buy an alternative striker. We've got Lavia, who's a good player, but his availability for me is key, and he's never available. And so we're looking at a winner rather than looking at somebody who can be backup. So when Caicedo went down injured the other day, I was wincing because I thought if Caicedo goes, then our midfield is decimated. And Caicedo is being run to the ground, and so is Fernandez. And that's why in the second half of games, we just don't look good because we haven't got the legs to compete because these guys have been playing week in, week out. So I'm looking at the board, and we should be looking at the board because their decisions, which is costing the team because of poor squad building. That's
Max,
what I've got to say.
yeah, Max, this is one point I'm totally with you, 100% with you. And to be honest, another example of this is Nkunku is a good player, but his mind is already somewhere in Bayern or United. And
Exactly.
despite that, he is here. He is on the bench, and Maresca has to bring him on because he has no other alternative. And the guy, this is the second game or third time when he's come up, and he is clearly trying to protect himself so that he doesn't get injured because he wants a transfer. And that's an awful position to be in for a manager with a player like as a key member to exchange somebody. Like if he has to bring off Jackson, it's Nkunku he has to go for, and Nkunku is already in the mood of moving out. So the directors have to take action. Get somebody as soon as possible while the transfer window is still open, and then you can sell Nkunku out. But I don't think they are even talking about this and planning about this. I mean, it's kind of a business decision to go along the way or whatever it is. But I mean, it's an awful situation. Jackson runs the hell out all his games. He's like, if anybody has done sports and you have done sports, you understand. If you have to make 100-meter dashes again and again and again in a span of like 30 minutes, like with the breaks, you run, then you stop, then you again run, you stop, you get exhausted. It's very exhausting. And this guy can do this for 90 minutes? I don't think so. Nobody can do that for 90 minutes non-stop. He has to be some substitute for him. Nkunku doesn't run at all. He's saving himself from injuries. He wants to go. And what is board of directors doing? Nothing.
Incredible. Thank you very much. Keep the comments coming, guys. Keep the comment coming. We're still live on it. We'll be wrapping up here very soon. But I want to the last stage of it is what's the way forward for Chelsea? And earlier on, I made a tweet. I'm not so sure if a lot of you have seen it, but I think I've shared the image of my tweet. Let me go to my screen and see if I can find it right now. We're gonna look at the way forward. What's the way forward for Chelsea? What is the way forward? What is it? Okay, what is the way forward for Chelsea FC at this moment? Let's take Maya's view on it. Maya, before we wrap it up, let me take your view. You've watched a game. Chelsea have lost a big game again at Etihad. What's the way forward?
Yeah, I heard you guys points, and I do agree with some. I disagree with some, especially with Sanchez. But the way forward, bro, like, like I think these guys just need to, focus on getting good results. Stop dropping points with the smaller teams. Get good results. That's it. If we can't manage to get good results against big teams, get good results against the low blocks, and let's see. But for now, Mariska, you better start dropping players, bro. You better start dropping players. You don't drop players, none of your players will give you respect. Trust me. Drop your players. Simple. Drop them. If they're playing like cock, drop them. Simple as that. But our way forward, we need to look on into getting more decent results. Even if it's a 1-0 result, 2-1, 3-1. As long as we get 3 points and we secure top 4, that's the only plan for now. But right now, the way I'm seeing it, the way we're seeing it, as the way Chelsea's playing now, yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Thank you very much, Maya. Reading this few comments here from Alpha. Alpha says Chelsea Blue says Sanchez is an image of the saying you can't teach a dog and a new trick, which is absolutely right. Sanchez is an old dog, old really dog, and they can't teach him anything new because he's never learned playing off with his foot, and now he's someone who's getting close to retirement. You teach him how to start playing football with his foot. He's never going to get it. Alpha said the last time Chelsea beat Man City in the regular season was the 1-0. What do you go? 1-0, 1-0 Champions League final in 2021. Chelsea Blue said, unfortunately, Maresca has to use the tools he has in preseason. I remember all Chelsea fans were excited for Christopher Nkunku because Maresca using him now. Nkunku is a ghost at this moment in time. Chelsea Blues said I blame the board for picking these managers or picking these managers since Tuchel all have been Poch was building a small relationship with us, but but then he left. I think they made him go. I don't know. There's something going on over there with Portocino. Leighton CFC, big up to you. Long test, Leighton, always long test. He said a very good point by the guy and the coach Okay, what did he say here? He's the coach. He's getting fed up with the sporting directors. Will not get him a striker. This could cause our season if our coach doesn't get help. Our coach wants backup DM that isn't injured. The sporting directors said they might look for one. The sporting directors want Christopher Nkunku as number 9, I think so. And the coach has said he isn't a number 9. All right. Is the Hemax FV? I'm sure that's going to say Arrow FC. Big up to you, Hemax, and happy New Year to you, brother. All right. Happy New Year, Hemax. Hemax for joining us here on the show for the first time in 2025. Happy New Year to you. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to BlueClouds.
Comment and subscribe.
Media channel will keep growing little by little as time goes on. Let's look into it. Maya has given us his point of view on how to fix the situation. But the last thing I want us to focus on before we wrap up is this here. Where is it? Come on. All right. I know Chelsea has been found. Chelsea was being fined $40,000, right? $40,000 for surrounding the referee, which is the same referee who officiated today's game. That's the picture, the image on the left-hand side here by my mouse. That's what they deem to be surrounding the referee, with 3 guys behind the referee. And Chelsea was being fined when Ipswich was awarded a spot kick. Okay, now I want to see this picture over there on the right-hand side. I combined all these pictures myself. I made all this image myself earlier on. I tweeted. Arsenal has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players surrounded Michael Oliver. They have 3 here, and Wolves also have almost about 5 players surrounded Michael Oliver when they were shown a red card. So I want to see that consistency in the rules in Premier League rules, also managed by Mr. Referee, former referee Howard Webb. Howard Webb, right? Howard Webb, that's the name. If
Yeah,
none of
hard
these
work.
players or none of this team is being found for any amount, I'll stop asking more questions. Because either they pick and select certain clubs, or the rules is it obliged by everyone in the Premier League, or is it on certain football teams? That's my question. I don't know if you guys want to react on any of these pictures you see on the screen, considering we were being
Can,
fined $40,000 or
can
40,000
I
euros,
can I
pounds, whatever.
can I?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. See, if we were fined for the fact that like Chelsea is like kind of paying fine to FA for the breaches of rules, PSR rules under Abramovich, and we will not be deducted any points. And we have got like we are paid compensations to some other like some teams or something like that. There were some reports, and as an outcome of that, if PGMOL said like, look guys, we are also here, we also want some money. So Chelsea said, okay, fine us for something, we give you some tips. If that's the case, I'm fine. Like it's for our owners, like 20,000, 30,000 was the fine. It's like tips, at the restaurant for them. I don't care as long as we don't. If the conspiracy theory is like that, okay, we will distribute some money, everybody be happy, and that case gets solved. Who knows what goes on behind the line? But yeah, on the other hand, as for the refs and the standard of refereeing in England, there is total lack of consistency. I mean, there is too much of subjectivity, and you can say that, like some rules are very difficult to be standardized. But when you look at European football, like there is more consistency there. So I still think like refereeing standards in England are bad. Like they much to be desired there.
Thank you very much, and JC on that. Max, you want to react to that, or you want to give us the way forward to for Chelsea to improve?
I'll give you the way forward.
Okay.
Get rid of those 2 clowns as sporting directors, and that'll fix all the problems for me. Yeah, that's the way forward. Simple as, you know. And we need
Yeah,
a
true.
striker. We need a striker. We need someone to help Nicholas Jackson. We
Max,
have to get somebody in there. And
Max, I've been.
we need.
I was.
Hold on, let me just finish. We
Yeah.
need experience in the side. I wasn't one of these guys who was getting carried away when we were second after Christmas. Because I said once Christmas came, that separates the men from the boys. Our side lack experience. Today, when City were there for the taking, if we had some experienced guys in key positions, then we could have. Sorry, someone at my door. Oh, wrong door. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we could have taken advantage of them because they were on the ropes. At 1-0, they were on the ropes. And we had a bit more, as I said, because of people you could had good decision making. That game would have been done and dusted after 20, 30 minutes. The squad, as I keep saying, hasn't been built properly. We haven't got goal scoring wingers. We've got wingers who are allergic to shoot, or we've got selfish wingers. We don't have any confidence at the back, so we need a bit of experience at the back as well. Thiago Silva, when he was there last season, that these things are not happening under his watch at the back, but we've got no experience at the back whatsoever. So when we're calling back Trevor Saliba as our most experienced centre back, then we've got issues. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we just need to just don't look at the profile of player that you're buying. I don't want 7 centre backs and you haven't got 2 good ones out of the 7. and 5 winners, and yet you're still scratching to find your best partnership, and 3 number 10s, and you only want to play one of them. So let's get a better profile of player in the squad. Rip up this data nonsense that they're looking at and give me experience. Yeah, give me experience and personality and leadership. Until we get leadership and experience, then you're going to find ourselves in the same problems time and time again. Talent gets you so far, but experience, leadership gets you over the line.
Thank you very much, Max, for coming on the show today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of the evening. All right, Tal, let's go to Makeem. Makeem, over to you. I think we already lost Makeem. We have Ryan. Mr. Ryan, what do you think is the way forward for these young Chelsea team? And then Zumaraska.
Yeah, I think someone mentioned it earlier. I can't remember his name, so apologies. But yeah, Chelsea need to just pick up the points against these bottom half teams who have the low blocks. Dominate the home games. Make sure you're winning. You're picking up maximum points, especially in your home games. And then just try to compete harder in these big games. Against the top clubs. Don't sleepwalk like Chelsea did in the second half today. The way I see it, Nee, is pretty simple. There are 6 teams in a dogfight for those top 4 positions. I'm fairly certain in my head that Liverpool and Arsenal will finish the top 2 as the top 2, whichever order. Probably Liverpool will be champions. But then you've got Forest, Man City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Villa, all in a dogfight for the 3rd and 4th Champions League spots. And we know historically, even though this is probably like the worst iteration of Man City in the last maybe decade, that they turn it on from the start of the year. They always do it. If you look back previous years, the only exception is the COVID season when Liverpool won the league. Outside of that, Man City will now go on a run. They'll start winning games. They'll lose fewer games, and they're going to be up there. I know, Nee, you and I were looking at the Opta stats last week. They do the predictions based on their algorithms and statistics and everything. And right now, Man City are the odds-on favourite team to finish 3rd. So Liverpool, Arsenal, and then Man City. So really, it's Chelsea up against 5 other teams to get that 4th. And they're not in good form right now. Chelsea, I think they've only won 1 of their last 7 league games. So that needs to turn around. They need to start getting back to winning ways and build some momentum.
Thank you very much. Chelsea are not in the right form right now. And City, they put 2 games together to swing a couple games together. They'll be out there challenging for that top 4 position. Forest will be challenging for it. Chelsea, West Ham United, West Ham United, and other Bournemouth also. And Forest have been losing now. Holy cow! It's a hall of shame. Total fines for Premier League clubs this season, including individual fines. Nottingham Forest, 225k. Chelsea, 190k. West Ham United, 115k. And Brighton have the less, which is 8k. Ryan, what's the meaning of this one? The Hall of Shame.
So this is you were talking. The previous discussion point was about bad behavior of players and clubs being fined by the PGMOL. So this is the data to kind of reinforce the fact that it's how you wish to interpret it. Really, is Chelsea being picked on? Is Chelsea a target? Because they're definitely not, in my opinion, the only team. Who have players surrounding the referee. The interesting absence from that list is Arsenal, as you said, and you showed yourself visual evidence of them surrounding referees. And we know very well about their dark arts style of play this season.
Yeah, I'll just be waiting on this. I have already tweeted this. but I'll be waiting. If I don't see any fine from any of these clubs, Wolves and Arsenal, then I have a bigger question to ask, because we have only 3 players behind this referee. Arsenal have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 surrounding Michael Oliver when he issued a red card, and no one is saying anything about it. But we'll come back on it a bit later. In a couple of days' time, I'll even get on the ask questions about it. Leighton CFC said, "Wow!" It says, "Wow! I have just had these, and if we spend 60 million euro on the Man United winger, we sell another academy player for PSR. Then this has come from my trusted sources, and this is now need to stop. I personally have no now fallen out of with some of the people. I've says will not have word again. Okay. Against the Clown SD, which is sporting directors. Wow, wow, and I will be telling some truth about famous sporting director. We can wait to hear it. We can wait to hear that from you. We still have JC. JC, any more you want to add to it? I know he's
No,
well point over here.
regarding like summary you made. So if you want to summarize, like if my thoughts are like it's primarily towards Mariska, because I think he's overdoing all these experiments with the shape and style of play and all. He's just doing too much, and he's doing that with same core of players,
Yeah,
which he's running them to the ground, and he need to adapt, because just like the good results were sticking, the bad results also have a tendency to stick. If you'll see from December, we have played nearly every game is different tactics. This was very high line. We have seen even back four against Crystal Palace with the fullbacks bombing forward in a traditional way.
yeah,
We have seen Gusto inverting into a 10 with Palmer on the left. We've seen Caicedo as a right back with Lavia and Enzo playing there. Like every game, he's playing different. And I know when we were looking for a new manager, my hope was like after this Pochettino disaster, like I wanted somebody who can manage the games and who can influence the games and who is tactically sound to change the games. But this is like too much, man. Come on, make at least some core which is working, like inverting left back or right back, and then like stick to one thing which is working and try to perfect that, and make small tweaks or adjustments. But don't do so many wholesale changes. That's even more demanding on these players. So that's a challenge in itself for the players, and they still have to win the game as well. So if it is helping, fine. But as we see since December, it's not really helping that much. So I would now request him to pick some kind of a stable tactics which works, and make little bit tweaks, but don't go with such like drastic changes all the time, and like changing wingers all the time, changing center backs all the time. The midfield is running to the ground, and Palmer and Jackson are being run to the ground. But the style of play is different in every game. So for a change, I would like to see some stability, and little bit tweaks are fine, but like don't play a different style every game. It's too much.
how disappointed would you be if Chelsea doesn't make top four?
Oh no! This is the last. That's the absolute minimum for me. My prediction was top three, and I hoped for top three. Now we were looking to go to achieve that, but now we are little bit. It's concerning whether we will be in top four. And look, as I said, the bad results can stick, and like too many changes can sometimes result in chaos, and like then you've lost that momentum, and once
Yeah,
you lose that momentum, you suddenly are regretting, like you want to be in that shape back. So still there is still time to be, there is still a lot of games. Don't lose that momentum and bring it back, and try to focus on a stability, and I mean, don't make too many changes. Too many changes, and don't make too many changes on in wingers and the back line. We need a stability in the back line.
Thank you very much. Nehemiah for us, so we need to get top 4. Max, I guess a few questions for you. How disappointed would you be if Chelsea doesn't make top 4?
At the beginning of the season, I wasn't really expecting top 4, new manager, but the way we started the season, I would now be very disappointed because of the way we've just thrown away points during the Christmas period, where and the fact. So what would make me more disappointed, I keep going on with the board of directors, is look at Man City. You know, we played Man City today. What did they go out and do? They were having a bad season. They've gone out and that guy Marmoush today, he looks superb. They've freshened up that squad. Okay, the defender didn't play so good, but he is a good player and he will come good, Kushinov. And they've attacked the transfer market to identify the weaknesses within their squad. Okay, we had a prime with the injury to Fofana. Okay, we brought back Shalabar, but you know everyone knows that this squad is crying out for a striker.
Right.
Even if we can get one on loan, I'm not saying just go and panic buy. If there's one on the market, and it doesn't even have to be a top notch. It's just got to be a target man, somebody with a bit of profile, someone who's good in the air. You know, we've got someone like Neto who's a great crosser of the ball, but we've got nobody who can attack the ball in the air. Surely our sporting directors could go out and find somebody, even on a 6-month loan, who can push us over the line, because we are missing that clinical edge at front, that cutting edge, you know, and relying on Cole Palmer and Jackson to score our goals. I think we scored. Now we scored 44 goals this season, and out of those 44 goals that we've scored this season, I think Jackson scores 14 of them. Palmer and then not Jackson, sorry, Palmer scored 14, and Jackson scored 7 of those goals. And so the wingers, as I said, are not contributing with goals. So we need to get somebody in this window who are going to try and get us into that top 4 position. Otherwise, we're going to only have ourselves to blame. Because face it, Man City have been poor this season, but you know that they're going to go on a run. Looking at Nottingham Forest, they got beat 5-0. Is that going to dent their confidence? But Bournemouth are one to watch. I think Bournemouth are looking really good. Are they going to run out of steam towards the end? I don't know. So then we're looking at Newcastle. Again, they're an Isak injury away from maybe falling down the pecking order. We've got some difficult games to come. We've still got Arsenal away. We've got we always struggle against Manchester United, no matter how we haven't. That's another team we haven't beaten home or away for about 7 or 8 games. So that's going to be difficult. We got to go to Newcastle. We got to go to Forest towards the end of the season as well. So we've got some difficult games between now and the end of the season. Games are running out. We're still 4 points behind Nottingham Forest, and we'll now find ourselves in 6th, joint 7, and Bournemouth are joint with us on points. So we are. We're in no form whatsoever. So I'm not giving us much hope for top 4 this season. I'm not confident anymore, like I was at the beginning of the season. So I think we're going to finish the same position as last season, 6th, or even 7th. Unfortunately,
I don't know what got into me. I had Chelsea in the 3rd place. Chelsea, I don't know. I had that hope that Chelsea can finish in 3rd place. I still have that hope. I still feel like something can still happen, but it's not looking like it's gonna happen. I hope it does. But anyway, we're gonna move on from there. I want to think JC. I messaged. I said thank you very much. I don't know if you were tired. You're done for the day. So I was like, thank you very much for coming on, JC.
Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everybody.
Pleasure
Nice.
to have you.
Big up, JC.
Same thing with the legend, Max. Mr. Max, thank you very much for coming on the show. And then Ryan, as usual.
I got the last word.
Yeah, no, not sure about Chelsea. Before we wrap up over here, what's going on with Liverpool, man? You guys,
Bro,
the football you're playing, it's unbelievable.
I know it's champagne football. We're on cloud
Yeah,
nine,
it's
and
different from it's different from what's his name? Club football. It's
Klopp.
way
Yeah,
different.
I'd love to do a stream just talking about the transition from heavy
Yeah, we can do
metal
that.
4-3-3 club football to slots 4-2-3-1, which is more controlled. It's more possession based.
Yeah.
We can go into that on another day. It's very, very fascinating if you look at the statistics of especially the attacking statistics of Liverpool under Klopp. Where they're creating so many goal scoring chances and attacking possession and threats on goal, and that's actually come down under Slot. But what Slot has done is improved our defense really, really in a significant way. So there is a lot more balance in the team now. But yeah, happy to go through on that in another stream. He's made a big tactical tweak, and it's definitely paid dividends.
I have to schedule a day and do that recording with you, so I can upload notes on a separate time.
More than happy to, man. But
yeah,
let me just as a final point, just to reassure yourself and Max. You know me, Nee, just given my professional background, I'm a big believer of data and statistics, and it is surprising how accurate Opta is with their predictions. And they do have Chelsea forecasted to finish fourth. It's very tight right now, between yourself and Newcastle and Forest, but they do currently, as things stand, predict that Chelsea will finish fourth, which is a good sign.
Okay, that's what keep me confident. My confidence going. I want to tell you guys, Mr. Mr. Max, is there anything you want to add to it before we wrap up?
Not really. I prefer
really.
points and data stats, actually, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Lake
I may
City
think different in the morning, but I'm just a bit,
I know Max is not
just a
reactional.
bit.
Irrational supporter. I know he's not one of those.
I'm not a reactionary
think
supporter.
deeply,
Yeah.
look
I'm hoping
at-
that Jackson can find his scoring boots again, if he can get his scoring boots on again. But the thing
Right.
is, the only positive, if I was to be positive, is that in the games that we've dropped points, is that we have still been creating chances. As I said, it's moments in games where if we had taken our chances, then we would have been winning these games quite comfortably. And there's been a few games where we've had some terrible refereeing decisions go against us, like the penalty against Crystal Palace, against Everton, the soft one that Ipswich got. So there's a few things that have gone, which could have given us more points. So I'm hoping that luck would turn around, that referees and VAR will start to give us decisions, because I'm always hearing that they even themselves out. If that's the case, then we need at least 6 big decisions going for us between now and the end of the season to even it out. And as I said, we can just try and get back to scoring ways. Football is a confidence thing. When we're winning games and we're confident and we went into games confident, then you lose a couple, the confidence goes a bit. So if we can get back to winning ways, then you never know. Anything's possible. We'll see.
Thank you very much. Mr. Rank, stay there for a second. I want to arrange with you on when we can do that recording. So stay backstage
Absolutely.
for a second.
Can I mention one very, very last point? It'll be really, really quick. It's just
go for it.
something that I noticed viral on Twitter. I thought just generally, Cole Palmer coming back to the Etihad, boyhood club, he received a good reception, and I think that's reflects on him as a person and how the Man City fans still hold him in such high regard. And it was just nice optically to see at the full-time whistle when all the players were walking off. He spent a couple of minutes with Gvardiol in the middle of the pitch, and they spoke. And even I think Gvardiol was giving him, with the hand over the mouth, some tactical words. And coaching advice. I just thought it was a nice thing to see. Cole Palmer is a
Or he's
world
probably
star.
saying leave them next year and come and join me, probably.
Well,
Very interesting.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, yeah. It's who knows what they were talking about, but it just goes to show you didn't see the City crowd ever booing him when he was on the ball.
No.
They respect him a lot. He's one of their own, academy player.
Leighton CFC said tell Max to follow me on Twitter, and he seems to know more about Chelsea than many people in that regards. Yeah, Max have been following Chelsea for a long time. I don't want to add. I don't want to say years, because sometimes when you say the years, if you're not like to say you're calling me old.
Decades, not years, decades.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to make it. I don't want to over exaggerate and say, okay, the match is big. It's OG, that kind of a thing. Some people don't like that.
I don't mind.
Yeah, Max has been there for decades, bro. We're talking about the early 80s. You could say early 80s, or maybe go beyond that, right, Max?
Yeah, 78, I think it was.
There you go. So
Mhm.
yeah, Leighton, if you go under me, look at my followers,
Yeah,
you
I'll
probably
follow
will see
later.
Max.
CFC, yeah.
Max is right there. I usually I did not have Max. Like when you subscribe to someone, you usually take the notification where every notification comes. I didn't have it on Max, but I followed him. So when he said, "Did you see my tweet?" I look for him, and then I click that thing, so I can get most of his tweets and then react to them when they come on my feed. So I want to thank Max, Ryan,
I've just followed. I've just followed Leighton CFC. Just followed him. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's good. So Leighton, there you go. See how we communicate over here. We make things work. I want to thank Max, Ryan, Makeem, JC, and Maya, everyone that came on the show to have a piece on the platform. We just want the best for our football club, and most important, I want to thank you all for coming on. I always say, Leo Desperandos.
Hang on to hope.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. And guys, enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye for now.
Okay. Cheers. Thanks.
Yeah.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel no winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dead.